Superbad. Now, Superbad follows 3 high school guys who get fake IDs to try and impress girls so they can get lucky that same night. Now, I believe that there are 2 types of comedies out there. There are dumb, stupid comedies like the movies that make fun of Twilight, and there are realistic, smart comedies like Crazy Stupid Love, 50-50. Usually for me, it takes a lot to make me laugh. When I first saw this movie, I didn't see it in the movie theaters, but I saw it at a friend's house. And I first saw it, I died out laughing. And after watching this movie, it made Jonah Hill one of my favorite comedic actors out there today. He was just so outrageously funny in this movie. Now, this movie stars Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, and Christopher Plasse, if I pronounce his name right. Now, a lot of people say that Michael Cera can play the same part over and over again, like Sam Worthington and maybe Seth Rogen. And in this movie, I can't say he was okay. I mean, he has good points comedic wise, and he had that dry sense of humor. But for the most part, he was like a secondary or supporting actor role. But the main star of this movie was Jonah Hill. Every line he said was either started with a curse word, had a curse word in the middle of his line, or at the end had a curse word. He dropped so many F-bombs in this movie, it's not even funny. It's supposed to be funny for the movie, but in real life it wasn't even funny. I mean, if you can count how many F-bombs he dropped in this movie, it was crazy. And what I like about Superbad is that it was realistic, because when another comedy that was realistic was Horrible Bosses. Everybody at one time or another had a horrible boss, maybe even a horrible teacher. What do 3 high school guys think about? Getting lucky with girls. Simple as that. And that's what made Superbad so realistic and funny. The main star, like I said before, was Jonah Hill. I mean, he stole the show in every scene he was in. And also McLovin, played by Christopher Plasse, if I'm pronouncing his name right again. He was good as well. And I gotta say, this movie cracked me up. I even watched it recently, and it still cracks me up. And of course, comedies, if you watch comedies over and over again, it gets dry because you already know what joke is coming up. But even still, watching it over again recently, it still gives me a little chuckle from time to time. Superbad is one of those comedies that, I gotta say, for a warning, if you don't like raunchiness and explicit stuff, then this is not your movie, because off the bat, it's raunchy and explicit. The first scene is explicit by Jonah Hill. And it's one of those movies that, if you don't like raunchiness, then this is not your type of movie. But if you do, then this is right up your alley. And after watching Superbad, this made Superbad one of my favorite comedic movies that I like, that stars Jonah Hill. Every time Jonah Hill plays in a comedic movie, now I haven't seen The Watch, and Get Him to the Greek, for me personally, wasn't really that funny that he actually played in. But this movie, Superbad, Cyrus, that was a good movie he played in. That was really good. And of course, 21 Jump Street, he was hilarious in it. So, for me, for the most part, Jonah Hill can hit it out the park most of the time in his movies. And I like Jonah Hill, which, like I said before, it made him one of my favorite comedic actors. For me, Superbad gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. Now, like I said before, if you watch it over and over again, it's going to get dry. But you got to watch it, for me, you got to watch comedies sparingly, maybe once a month or once every few months. Because if you remember the lines to a movie, remember the jokes, it's going to get stale. That's with any comedic movie. But for the most part, Superbad hits on all cylinders. And one other point I failed to mention is that he had a good relationship between best friends in high school. And I like that part. I like that part because Jonah Hill and Michael Cera had good chemistry on screen together, and it made you believe that they're 2 best friends about to go to college and get separated. And that's what makes Superbad so good and realistic. Not like other comedies you see that are dumb and stupid and make no entire sense. So, Superbad, like I said before, if you are not into one of those raunchy and explicit comedies, then this movie is not for you. But if you are, then this is your type of movie. So, my question is to you guys, what is your favorite comedic movie that you like watching? If you like this review, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Movie Nation.